So I have finally decided to try a Stephen King novel. Previously, I have bought his book, The Dome, because the premise sounded interesting to me and there was a TV show going on, but it was a thick book, like this thick, I'm not kidding you. I wanted to give it a try, but I DNF'd it like right away. It was just so intimidating. And after watching so many booktube videos of people who love Stephen King, including Noelle, I love her videos so much. Her and a few other booktubers have recommended if I'm going to give Stephen King a try, I should start with Pet Sematary. So this was the most popular vote out there, so I decided to try this out. I do love horror. I love spooky movies. I have yet to read a really scary book. So this is the edition I have. It smells really good. So that's the most important thing to me. Yes, it smells good. And yeah, I started reading it last night, so I'm on page 24. I'm also listening to the audiobook by Michael C. Hall, the Dexter guy. That's all I know about him. It's really creepy because in the introduction, Stephen King himself wrote that this is the most frightening book that he has ever written. Wow. So all I know is about this book, and I really want to go into it as with little expectations and little knowledge as possible. All I know is that there's like a pet cemetery in this new neighborhood that the main character moved into, and kids bury their pets, their beloved pets that have passed away in this pet cemetery, and I guess things come alive. It's like a zombie-esque book. I'm not really sure, but I'm glad I don't know much, because you know, that's the best usually when you're trying out a new kind of book or a new author. So far I'm already loving it, so that's a good sign, because like the Dome, I read like 20 pages and I was like, oh, it's so boring, I can't take it. But this one, I am on page 24 and I am interested in it. This is going to be my challenge for this vlog. Good morning. So I've been binge watching Schitt's Creek. It's really good. I love it so much. My friends keep like, well, not keep, but they reference it sometimes, and I was like, I've never watched the show. And the moment they said it's Canadian, I was like, okay, I gotta watch it. For those of you who don't know, I've lived in Canada for 6 years, so it's kind of like my second home. So anything Canadian, I'm like, yes. So yeah, I'm loving it so much. Hello everyone. So it is like around 3 p.m. I am on page, I read more of Stephen King, and I'm on page 75, chapter 13, and I have some observations that I made in my reading journal. I'm just like literally writing down my reactions as I'm reading so I can remember everything. So far I feel like something is going to happen to the cat, Churchill, because I haven't even seen the movie trailer for this book, but I know there's like a cat with red eyes in one of the book editions, and I feel like that's something, it's like foreshadowing something. So either the cat's gonna die, or it's going to kind of be taken over and become like a zombie cat or something, or become evil. Something like that. I feel like it's the characters are foreshadowing that something's going to happen to Churchill, because for a couple pages, like in one of the chapters, they just keep going on about how long do cats live. Oh, but if something were to happen to him, oh no. And the little girl Ellie loves the cat so much, she sleeps with him on the bed every night and blah blah blah. I feel like it's foreshadowing something, so something's gonna happen. and I'm already spooked out about that. And then another observation is I don't trust the old neighbor, Judd. I think Judd's his name. I don't like Judd because he's overly friendly. And when I've watched so many horror movies, I'm a big fan of horror, scary movies. When you move to a new town and when a character is overly friendly with you, he's planning something. He's an evil guy. Nothing good comes out of friendly neighbors. Like, I don't trust him. But I am enjoying the audiobook Michael C. Hall reading to me. I feel like he's a really good voice actor as well, on top of being a great actor on Dexter. I haven't even watched that show in years, but yeah, he has a really good voice, so it's kind of fun to listen to him read the book. So yeah, I am enjoying the book. I don't know what else is gonna happen. I just know things are starting to get creepy because there was like a bloody hospital scene right now. And I think this is a faster paced Stephen King novel than what I have heard other of his books are like. So it's kind of exciting, I guess. Dobby's bed has arrived. It's going to be an unpacking video of a dog bed because so far he's been sleeping on this tiny bed and I felt so bad. So I got him a bigger bed from Amazon. Let's see, Dobby. Oh, it's nice. It's a cushion. Oh, you like it? Do you like it? Oh, it's so much better, isn't it? Okay, let's put this cushion in. Do you love it? Oh my gosh, you already love it, don't you? You love it? Oh, I'm so glad. Okay guys, I'm on page 212. I'd say like halfway through. I'm still not scared yet. I really hope I get scared. I don't know why I want to be scared, but I just love horror things so much, so I'm hoping I get creeped out somewhere. But I had to stop and update you all because there's this thing that Stephen King does where he kind of leaves little clues, or he's like talking to us, the readers, and he's telling us that this is gonna happen. And he just warned, like a little bit before, he warned me, or the readers, that there's going to be a death. And I don't know why I didn't want to believe it, because I really like this character. But it just happened, y'all. He wasn't lying. Stephen King is telling the truth. He is the puppet master. So it happened right now. And I'm really worried about what's going to happen next, because I feel like somebody is going to become very grief-ridden and do something that they might regret. And you know, in horror movies or horror things, when people are sad or angry, they do things that they're going to regret. And we, the watcher or the viewers or the readers, are like, no, don't do it. So I feel like that's going to happen soon. But I am very invested in this book at this point, and I really need to finish it. something that's gonna happen, and it's so freaking sad. Oh my god, no, please. Oh, please stop telling me things, King. I don't want to know because now it's stressful. Ooh, all right, I'm starting part 3 now. Almost done. I just have about 40 pages left. Also interesting, a little bit before, I think I've heard people talk about how King does this often. He mentioned Jerusalem's Lot, which is a town that he wrote about in a different book called Salem's Lot. One of the characters drove by Jerusalem's Lot, which was really interesting. So a little connection to his other worlds, other books. Things are getting a little bit creepy right now. Not so creepy that I can't keep reading, but creepy. So let's see the last stretch here. I'll get back to you tomorrow morning. Good morning, everyone. I have finally finished The Pet Sematary by Stephen King, my first Stephen King novel. Sorry, I was smelling it. Anyways, last night I finished it, and I had no words. I couldn't think and I couldn't finish this vlog. So here I am the next morning. I've written in my reading journal a little bit to kind of gather my thoughts. So here are things that I have to say. First of all, I think so many people have hyped it up for me. So in that sense, I think like I was expecting more horror throughout the whole book, because I found that it wasn't as scary until the last like 80 pages or so. Maybe it was different for other people. I guess I also like keep this in mind, guys, that I do watch lots of horror movies, so I am maybe harder to scare than normal people who don't watch horror movies as much. So for me, like, I was just like, okay, for most of the book, but I will say the last 80 pages was a roller coaster of intense moments. It was scary in the sense that it was creepy, like weird creepy, because of course you kind of get the gist of the vibe that this book is not going to be realistic. It's of course really weird in like a no way kind of sense, if that makes sense. I don't want to give away too much. I'm trying to make this a spoiler-free review. Another thing for me, I think is that it was hard for me to care for the main family. So again, Lewis is the main doctor, the main character, sorry, not the main doctor, the main character, and he is a doctor. He has a wife called Rachel. He has 2 kids, Ellie and Gage. Hold on. Oh my gosh, see, I can't even remember the son's name. Yeah, Gage. So yeah, it's like a cute little family. Lewis, you're with Lewis a lot of the time. Sometimes you do switch perspectives to Rachel or someone else. But again, it's written in 3rd person. I loved that Stephen King would leave clues or talk to just us, the readers, and not the character doesn't know about it. So for example, he would be like, oh, and then he went to bed. Little does he know that in 2 months, and then he would leave a clue. You're like, ah! As the reader. So I really like that about Stephen King. I also got excited when, again, he mentioned another part of his other book, like Jerusalem's Lot from Salem's Lot, which is pretty cool. Like, I haven't read any of his books, but I do know about Salem's Lot, so that's why I had to look it up, and I noticed that there's a connection there, which is really cool. Yes, but other than that, it was hard for me to care for the family. So when things were happening to them, I kind of was like, like, it wasn't like I was sobbing and I was like, no. I mean, of course, there's one part of the book that is very, very sad, so I did care for them in that sense, but it wasn't like I wanted to protect them throughout this whole scary novel. So yes, that's all I have to say for this book. I don't want to give away too much. I did give it 4 stars out of 5 stars on Goodreads, which is a pretty good rating for me. And I was glad that this was my first Stephen King novel, and I did finally finish one of his books, and I'm really excited that I can say that now. I've read one of his books. And I'm definitely interested in picking up his other books as well. Thank you for being here as always. I hope you are doing well, and I hope you're having a good reading week, and I'll see you next time. Bye!